Warren Sports Network, Planet Hollywood Casino Resort, Las Vegas, Rockstar Energy Drink, Party Like a Rockstar, Affliction Clothing, and Southwest Airlines, the symbol of freedom. This is our co-featured bout of the evening, set for 8 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. The judges scoring this bout are Robert Hoyle, Bert Clements, and Herb Santos. The referee, Russell Mora. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he steps into the ring wearing silver, trimmed in black. He weighed in at 224 pounds. His professional record, 10 victories, along with 6 losses, with 4 of his victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of St. Petersburg, Florida, Jason Barnett. His opponent across the ring in the red corner. He steps in wearing the red trunks trimmed in white. He weighed in officially at 254 pounds. As a professional, he maintains a record consisting of 21 victories, with only 3 losses, and 16 of his victories coming by way of knockout. The 2000 Olympic gold medalist out of London, England, Audley Harrison.
Okay, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to remind you, I want a clean fight. Protect yourself at all times and obey my commands at all times. Touch up, God bless.
Well, Audley Harrison was so badly knocked out in his last fight, Richie, you wonder about just what sort of effect psychologically that's going to have on him. He's been out for a long time, but you wouldn't be surprised if he was just a little bit gun-shy.
No, you wouldn't be surprised at all, but at the same time, John, we need a good performance here from Audley. He knows what he's got to do. He's got to deliver tonight here with a knockout and look really, really impressive.
Well, Harrison, as we know, a fighter who's got all the physical attributes. I mean, to look at the man, you'd think, yeah, there's a heavyweight champion in waiting. But he needs devilment, he needs belief, and he needs dedication. It's not enough, as perhaps we've seen too much over the years gone by. 8 years almost since that Olympic gold medal. He's lived the lifestyle, but hasn't really produced the performances to go with it. Now he knows he's got not too many chances left. Frank Warren's talked about 3 fights by the end of December, and then we'll see where he's at. What he would certainly like, I'm not sure whether Audley Harrison is quite as keen on it, is that domestic showdown against David Haye, because that would be a big one if it could be made, irrespective of whether or not there's a title.
Well, it's a massive fight, isn't it? No doubt, but I think what Frank Warren would like to see Audley do is probably put 3 or 4 fights together in that short amount of time, and at the end of the day, believe you me, we all know that the best boxers are the busy boxers, and this is what Audley's got to do. He's just got to win this fight and then get on to the next one and get 3 or 4 fights before December.
Suffered a pretty bad chest injury at that, in that car smash he had, and he had to go into lengthy rehab after that. But he started quite confidently, nothing much coming back from Jason Barnett at this stage. The 33-year-old from Florida, who I suppose you would have to describe as kind of a club fighter. Has 4 inside the distance wins in those 10 victories of his. He's only been stopped once, but he has lost 2 of his last 3 fights.
Yeah, he's a fairly durable opponent, but 10 wins, and 6 losses.
Now, the reality is that he shouldn't really be in Audley's league, should he?
No, that is total reality, but Audley knows got to take a step back and get back onto the scene, and then this is the guy they've chosen. So he started well here. He's finding with these straight left hands, but I just can't believe the difference in height and reach that Harrison's got here.
6'5½", Audley Harrison against Michael Sprott. He started tremendously well, didn't he? Had his man down in the first round, and then really he just got careless. He just leaned on inside, hung his chin out, and the rest, as I say, is history.
Yeah, he got careless, but he also got lazy, John, and that's probably been his biggest problem during his career as a fighter. He's very lazy in the ring, and I don't know. Question marks over his training? I don't know. I mean, he gets lazy and doesn't seem to want to work.
He's with Buddy McGirt now, and Calvin Travis, his old amateur trainer, a man I know you know pretty well from back in your amateur days.
Yep. Good coach, Calvin.
Well, first round over, and a few boos and jeers from the crowd. What did you make of that round, Richie?
Well, he won the round pretty comfortably. Audley, it's not a bad start. And yeah, probably people a little bit not very fair there, booing straight away. Let's give the kid a chance. He won the round quite comfortably. I'd like to see him just step it up now, and this guy shouldn't be in with him, let's face it, John.
Well, coming back from 14 months out, he could be forgiven for showing signs of ring rust. Audley Harrison. There's Buddy McGirt giving his words of advice.
Okay, then the chin will be net. All right, but keep it going back with the jab. Don't let him get no confidence. Okay. The jab is working nice. Keep at the end of the stick. Okay. Left hand. He gets close, instead of grabbing him, with the left hand under right in there. He's got that open. Okay. I need a towel. Let's go.
It's an 8-rounder, and the second about to start. Audley Harrison said to us, look at this as a new beginning. I will get my shot. Well, you can't fault a man for having ambition, but whether it's genuine or whether it's self-delusional remains to be seen.
There's a nice little sign there from Harrison with that left uppercut, and that's the shot he's got to throw. When this guy gets close to him, then he's got to change the angle of the punch and start throwing that left uppercut. Work behind the jab, straight left hand, but when the guy does close the gap and get to you, throw that left uppercut.
There have been moments, Richie, you know, you think about the second fight against Danny Williams when he went in and took Danny apart. OK, Danny had come in as a late substitute, but on that particular night, Audley looked class, and he said himself this week, you know, if I could take that form into every fight, no problem. Jason Barnett only learned he was getting this fight about a couple of weeks ago. He was actually in action himself in a 4-rounder only last week.
Good shots there from Audley. Just got to follow it up. Yeah, nice left hand. Push him off.
The right eye of Barnett is marking up. Harrison using his reach advantage well.
Well, if this guy Barnett just stands there like that, I mean, this should be target practice here for Harrison. Absolute target practice. Look at that jab. I mean, the guy's going to bust up, especially his eyes. I think there's a mark now on his right eye, Barnett's right eye, just below the right eye. Just got to keep it going, keep working, and find the shots. What we don't want to see is a waiting game. The crowd will get impatient, start booing again. We don't want that.
And believe you me, over here in Las Vegas, if they think that the man is just coasting and taking liberties with the money which they've paid for their seats, they can be a pretty unforgiving bunch.
I've seen guys being booed here when they're boxing well on the back foot and actually catching the guy with shots, but because they're moving backwards, the crowd started booing.
I seem to think Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones booed for doing that, and they're about the two of the best defensive exponents you could imagine.